Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today I am doing my review for Atlas Fallen. So I've completed the game. I got through the campaign in about 12 hours, so you can get through this game pretty quickly. Definitely good for like a weekend. Being able to get through this game. First of all, I want to thank Deck 13 for providing review code for this, and I want to give them some feedback about the experience for this game. So I hope they watch this review because when it comes to games these days and how they're built, I just want them to know that I want them to keep doing exactly what they're doing. This game is absolutely incredible. So we're going to talk about some stuff. As you can see, this armor outfit that I'm wearing right now, if I get into my armor thing, I have multiple different sets of armor, and you can transmog. You can transmog these. So this is my the armor that I'm right now. It's fully upgraded, but I transmogged it for this one because this is the armor set that I like. It's really appealing to me. So that is awesome. You don't have to pay to do transmog. It's just available. It's just available. You can do it. Now this here is the first map in the game that you'll get to. I would show you more, but this game is absolutely massive. Absolutely massive. These maps, let me show you the map size. Now this map is pretty dang big. There's lots of stuff to run and find. These skulls right here are elite foes that you can go and take out. When you first get into each map, you're going to have watchtowers that are going to make some of it a little bit foggy in certain areas. Okay, you know, I mean, it's definitely interesting. Now, let me the really cool mechanic, the one mechanic that everybody is probably not too keen on, maybe, or something, is the slide mechanic. Slide mechanic is absolutely awesome. It really does help you get where you want to go pretty quickly. Pretty fun, especially when you get into some of the later game. You'll see some of this stuff. You start speeding up a little bit faster. The more you slide, the faster you go. Now I feel pretty confident showing you around here in this first area. I do, and I would show you more, but I want. As for me, when it comes to like my open world games and reviews and stuff like that, like I don't want to see a whole bunch of stuff. Like I want to know what the game is, and I want to be able to discover things by myself. I want to be able to go through here and check things out and find out exactly what's going on. I want to be able to see that stuff for myself. Now, there's not a whole lot of hostiles over here in this area anymore. In this area, this here is technically the well, we can go ahead and call this the tutorial area. This here is a pretty decent tutorial spot. You'll be able to find out some stuff on here. Let's just get over here. Let's get up here on this, and we'll come over here and we'll just kind of look out across the landscape. But this is the tutorial area, essentially. So that watcher right there is your watcher tower, and as you go through the game, like your journey will take you over that way to literally the foot of that watchtower, and it's massive. Like it's massive. So I got to like there's like another place after this. It's kind of like an underground cavern. Then after that, it's another big open world looking thing that's probably bigger than what this one looks. And then when you get finished with that, then you go to another one that's even just as big. There's like 3 big maps like this, and it's freaking awesome. Every bit of it. Now let's talk a little bit about the combat, because that is something that you're going to want to know about. Oh, look at this. See, another secret. I haven't fully explored all of this. I do want to go back here, and I want to go right back into this game, and I want to explore some more. I'll probably keep playing this all week. Probably keep playing this all week until Immortals of Avern come out. This will be like my go-to game. I'll try to collect everything. I'll try to go through each one of these maps. Like I'm gonna come back here and clear this map out 100% before going back to the underground caverns and finding all that. This game has so much cool exploration. It is not even funny. I cannot stress how fun it is. Like it's just absolutely incredible to explore this game, and they make it so fun. They make this so fun, man. This is like Forspoken level fun, getting around and experiencing this. Now, obviously, it's a freaking AA game. I mean, obviously, you know, like the price range for this game is AA price. You know, $59.99. It's not, you know, they're not charging them $70. And I'm grateful that Deck 13 provided me a review code for this to entrust their baby with me. I feel quite honored to be able to play this game and to be able to have had, you know, at least a day early access to this. For them to trust me with that and be like, look, man, we've spent our whole heart and soul building this game, and you know, we just hope you like it. And man, these guys are awesome. I love how they were able to go from, you know, building games like Lords of the Fallen, building games like Surge and Surge 2. Those are the only three games. Those are the only other three games that I've played from them, and I love them. I was just playing Lords of the Fallen the other day. I want to put together like this video because I do believe that Deck 13 deserves a little bit of recognition when it comes to like gaming and stuff. Their games are usually pretty niche, but when you get to this experience now, like this is something that can be enjoyed by a lot of people. Now there are 3 different difficulty levels in this game. You have the story mode, you have the normal mode, and then you have the hardcore mode, which is going to be, you know, more like in line with their Souls type games. I'll tell you what, man. Even on just the easy mode in this game, it can be challenging. So it is something that you're gonna have to find things, and you're gonna have to upgrade your character. You're gonna have to learn some of the stuff. Because I'll tell you, man, some of these boss battles were really, really fun. Some of them, like there's these crab dudes. Let me show you what one of them look like. I know we're just standing around doing nothing, just kind of exploring this. But this is fun, man. This is the way I like to do my reviews. I like just shooting from the hip, going through, talking about things that are interesting to me instead of just banging on about the same old tropes that everybody else does. I love playing these games, and I do spend a lot of time in these types of experiences. I like open world games, and this one right here hit the nail on the head for me. Absolutely incredible. I did buy a copy too on the Xbox. I did spend my own money as well on this because I wanted to support Deck 13, and I wanted to pay for this thing. So this Shell Basher dude right here. Okay, look at this. They do gain their strength. See this dude right here? This guy at first was such a pain in the butt. Whew. Dang it. This guy was such a pain in the butt, man. That's how you learn how to freaking fight this dude. Don't worry, you can worry about the other little guys too, but being able to get that. Sorry, now I'm like concentrating on it, but like this dude right here was such a pain in the butt when I first started playing it. But we're working on this review. We're not going to sit here and fight this guy. The combat. Let's talk about the combat for a minute. Actually, we'll just stay over here. We'll stay on this combat for a minute. The combat can be really, really challenging, and it can feel a little bit like. Sometimes it kind of maybe feel like it's a little bit broken, but it's really not. It really is just, you know, like you can block those right in the air and stuff. Come on, like these guys here, normally they're like the ones that I was fighting towards the end of the game, very, very strong. Very, very. So now you'll get like this shatter effect. You can keep going with that. Oh, you gonna throw a fit, big boy? Ooh, there's a little freaking thing. But my sliding is faster than yours. You can take those little ones out, but you can. But it's kind of pointless if you're just. Ooh. It's kind of pointless because they just die after anyways. But fighting these things, once you get good at the combat. Once you get good at the combat, it's not too bad anymore. It will take you a little while to get used to that, and you will be like, oh my gosh, man. But the combat, it's not that it doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel cheap, and it gets frantic too. Like some of the bosses toward the end of the game, wow, man, just pulling out a whole bunch of other little sidekicks the whole time. And at first I felt like, oh my gosh, man, this is gonna be such a freaking pain in the butt. Oh no, the Watcher's gazing me. He's gazing me. Oh, he's gazing me.
We are trapped by the Watcher.
No, we're not. We're not trapping. We're not trapping ourselves. We are getting out of here because these things will just keep coming and coming and coming and coming. So you literally got to run to like the blue line to get out of this game. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. If you get stuck in there, you can just do that. Sorry I didn't mean to ruin that for you, but yeah, you can do that. So I wanted to come over here and I wanted to show you something else. I just wanted to show you like some of the amount of skill, explorability in this game. There's a lot of it. Wait, is that? So this here was one that I couldn't do before. Oh no, I could do that one before. Don't care about that. You can figure those out on your own. It's like a little thing that you have to like race to the other side to get those, and you can do that. So I need to come back here and I need to do this first area. I need to go through and I need to do all of it. There's that one watchtower I took out, got that done. If you spend a lot of time in the open desert, that watcher will see you and then he'll summon that thing that will come and get you. Now I want to go over to like story-wise for this game. It's not your typical it's not your typical freaking like hardcore freaking story tropes with hardcore acting or anything like that. It does feel like it's a game. Like obviously it's more in line with what a video game story would be, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's easy to understand. The characters, everything in this game is pretty dang cool. It's not something that you're going to be like, oh my god, it's not going to be like AAA blockbuster type story, but it is good. And the voice acting's pretty good. The characters are really good. They're pretty cool. Some of them a little bit bland, but for the most part, what is this thing? I didn't even check. Ooh, gold book. I like gold books. They have good information in them. So, after you beat the game, though, you are going to just be running around exploring stuff like what we're doing right now. I haven't went in the water yet. It's still slide on the water. Oh, just for a second. But yeah, look at this. And one thing I love about this game is it is absolutely freaking beautiful. Everything in here it looks like it was built for the game. It doesn't look like the same old, like, the same things over and over and over and over again pushed throughout the world. It looks like this whole world was actually handcrafted and built to look very, very nice. See, I have not went over here yet, so this right here is your first look at this area that I haven't been to yet, but it's got this guy over here. There might be more map stuff over in here too. See, I haven't even fully explored all of this, but I want to. So, now that we're up here, let's go see what we've got up here. Let's go see, man. You can literally spend. I would say if you really wanted to get your money's worth out of this particular game, you probably could. You could probably get 30 hours out of this easily, just doing exploring. I'll tell you what though, don't like run through the game like I did, kinda. Can you not break you? Oh yeah, Like you'll have to break those things, but you're gonna have to find a creative way to get up to some of the areas to break them. Huh. I didn't find that out until like the third map that I could, or the second map that I could do that. And once you figure that out, then you'll start to get even
We
more.
have a sizable number of powerful artifacts. We should use them.
Finding like creative ways to climb stuff, which is pretty freaking awesome. The exploration in this game is absolutely just incredible. Is this going to reward me for climbing this high? Will I be rewarded? There's no reward? What? Absolutely disappointing. I wanted a reward for that. Okay, so now that we're up here. So obviously down there, you can see like the little blue ring down there in the bottom of the pit. There's going to be a, not necessarily like super hard boss fight, but it is going to be a challenge to overcome that one. You might have more, and you could play this co-op. Like you could bring a friend in here and you could play this co-op. Anything above story mode, I would recommend. You've got some help on this game because it can get extremely freaking hectic in this game. Like it gets hectic toward the end of this game, and some of the little fights in the beginning of this game too. Very very challenging. It gets challenging while you're learning. And then toward the end of the game, on normal mode, it was getting very, very stressful. It was getting pretty dang stressful. Not like stressful to where I was going to quit, but stressful to the point where I was like, "Ooh, man, I need to have somebody, like there to kind of take on some of the smaller stuff while you're trying to fight the big ones." But I don't know, man. I feel like more practice in this type of game, with more practice in this game, you would be able to easily, learn how to combine some of the other stuff that's in here. Combine some of the other stuff that's in this game. See, like I didn't even check all this area out, and that's like in my playthrough, and that's why I'm saying, spend some time playing around with this because there's a lot of stuff over here that I could have found. Oh, look, there's a right here. These right here are essentially like save spots where you can upgrade your character and do all that kind of stuff.
We have come a long
Get a
way
little
from
bit
the
of story
village.
stuff from
How are you
Mayo
feeling?
right here.
I am still trying to get my head around this new me.
Let's see, is there
I
anything
am
else?
unnamed. I am
Good
less
exploration,
than a person.
good story
Once
content,
less than a person.
acceptable
Now you're more
visuals
than me.
for the size of this game
We'll
and
see
for
about
what
that.
it has in it. Definitely acceptable visual quality. You will want to adjust your overall. You will want to adjust your gamma settings on here because when you first start out, it is going to be like really bright, so it's not going to look exactly. Go ahead and jump this crevice. We can do that now with our. Oh no! Oh no! We've got some bad guys. I'm just going to ignore them, right? Move along, move along. I mean, they're not too bad. We could easily fight these things and destroy them, but I get too into the combat and then I stop talking, so it just kind of messes like the video up. So you're gonna have these dudes everywhere. I mean, getting out here, sliding across the sand, very very cool. really like this
I see
mechanic.
that traveling
I
man.
think they nailed
He
it.
might
I
have
think they
something
did a
we need.
very, very good job with the slide mechanics. Ooh, piece of candy bars. I definitely do piece of candy bars. It's just like it rewards you for your exploration and stuff. And another thing that I want to really mention is there are some really beautiful areas in this game. The way they were able to combine like this desert area with these oases in this game, it just absolutely looks beautiful. Like you come right over the desert and you get to like a forest area like this, and it looks incredible. It looks incredible. I love this game. I want to be able to see. I want to be able to sit here and tell you guys more about like the combat and like building out the character and all of this other stuff. But let's get in here. Like the gauntlet, you can get in here, and there's all of these essence things. Every single one of these have like different moves and different type of upgrade paths and all of that stuff. And you'll be collecting these throughout the game, and you'll be like trying them out and seeing which ones work for you and stuff like that. There are so many different combinations that I just don't feel like I personally have had enough time with the game so far to be able to go ahead and explain this stuff to you in a way that would make sense or in a way that would help you understand how to do it better, because I still don't 100% understand myself. But okay, so you have the three main things that you can do though. These three main things per tier or whatever. And then your idle things like right here, these ones right here will give you the one I've got right now gives me extra charge in my uh, my idle can hold an extra charge now. My armor, you can upgrade your armor. You start with like that armor, and then by the time you've upgraded it, like you're super, like you get a lot more powerful in this game. Tons and tons and tons of quests that you'll be able to freaking go through. Overall, this game is pretty deep, but it is short too. At the end of the day, like you can get through this in about 12 hours. So it is a short game if you just rush through it. And I kind of feel like that's what a lot of people are doing with it. You're going to rush through it, and then it's going to be like, that wasn't like that, because you're not going to give yourself enough time to fully explore and do everything. So I'm gonna finish exploring this whole map, and then I'll come back and probably update my coverage for this. But as it sits right now, I definitely think this is worth picking up. I didn't run into a lot of bugs or glitches or problems or anything like that. It was overall exactly the experience that I thought it was going to be and that I hoped it was going to be. It's exactly the type of game that I wanted to play, and I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy with that. This is exactly what I wanted to play. I wanted to play an open world type game that I can move around fast, that had good exploration, that had interesting combat. I mean, like, I would say this game, honestly, it's pretty balanced. Like, it's a fairly balanced experience, and it just is fun. Like, it is fun to go through and explore this. And the fact that you can go back to every area that you've already explored, very, very cool touch. Very, very cool touch. They could have easily locked me out of here. Now, there are story beats that you can get locked out of, I believe, if you don't do some of the stuff in here, like some of the side quests, you can get locked out of those. But at the end of the day, that's why I say explore this the best you can while you're in each area. Take your time with this. This game is pretty cool. Like, I haven't gotten bored with it. I'm not upset with it. Like, I want to actively come back here and really explore more of this game. So I'm telling you, when you buy this, take your time with it. Have some fun with this game. And I do think that you will really enjoy the gameplay and make the overall combat and everything else even that much more satisfying. So, all right, man, I definitely rate this as a must-buy experience, as a must-play experience. So, if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.